Hello everyone. Today I just wanted to give a quick tutorial on how you can get this cool ghosting effect. There are two things you need to do when filming the footage for this effect. The first thing is the camera needs to be stationary. It would otherwise ruin the effect and everything will be incredibly blurry. And secondly, when it comes to what's in the frame, the only thing moving should be your subject. Okay, finally we are in the timeline here. As you can see, I have a shot from one of my short films that I have on the channel. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in so you can't really see the light source. There we go. I'm going to make the timeline smaller so you guys can kind of see more of the shot. As you can see, I am moving a bit in the frame, and the reason I did this was so that I can do the effect. The main thing about anything in post really, like whether it's color grading or VFX, you need to think about that while shooting. You can't just have the mindset, oh, we'll create it in post or we'll fix it in post. Try and facilitate for the effect that you have in mind while shooting the shots. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to duplicate the existing shot. And for the top layer, what we're going to do is we're going to right click, we're going to go to change clip speed, and we're going to speed it up quite a bit. So we're going to go maybe 500. And for the bottom layer, let's go change speed, let's make it 200. Or maybe 250. There we go. And for the top layer, we're just going to lower the opacity. As you can see now, we have these two layers happening simultaneously. You don't want this top layer to be a bit like too visible. You want it just to be, like I said, a ghosting effect. And so now the only thing really that you need to do is you can duplicate, maybe click the middle layer, change clip speed, make this like a middleman between the two, so maybe go 350. Let's see how that looks. It looks quite cool already. Maybe what you can even do is you can select the middle and you can kind of add more of the other footage inside, and then we have some conflicting. Yeah, it looks kind of complex, but it's actually incredibly simple, as you saw. Maybe we can have them a bit closer to each other. So this is 200, so this can maybe be 300. Let's go to this one, make it a flat 200 actually. And let's go to the top layer and make this 400, just a little bit off from each other. I think I'm actually going to make them faster. So the bottom layer, let's make this 350. Middle layer, let's make this 450. And the top layer, let's make this 550. And there we go. Very cool, almost ethereal feel. So now what you can do is you can make them all even. And then you can select all of them, right click, new compound clip, which will basically combine all of them. And then I'm just going to name it. And now we have it all in one layer. And the reason why you want to do this is so that you can add an effect over all of them. You could add an adjustment layer, but I like to make it neat, so I have it like this. I'm going to cut it off before I walk off frame. You can see here I do walk off frame, so before that happens, so in there I'm going to trim it there. And now you can make this even better by going to your color grading. You can add a lens distortion. You can see I already added it here. Drag that on. So now as you can see, it kind of messes with the actual framing, so I'm going to bring this back. I'm going to uncheck this, and now I can mess with the individual channels and add even more distortion. Just not too much. There we go, just so that the edges look a bit out of it. You can see before, after. You can check other places. Just adds a bit of distortion. This really is a very cool frame. This could be like a kind of like a wallpaper as well. Now we go back to the timeline. We can check this out. And there we go. That's a cool ghosting effect. What you could do is also you can make it faster. You can mash them up a bit more. I think I'm going to tweak them a bit more now. And then, yeah, this is basically the effect. It's quite simple. If you want to go back and mess with the channels individually, you can click on the composite clip. You can right click, you can open in timeline, and there you have the individual layers. Once again, let me just raise this up. There we go. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make them even closer to each other. I'm going to change clip speed. I'm going to make this 400. Make the middle clip 500. I'm going to make the top clip 600. And now let's see what happens. And maybe I'll make the top clip a bit slower, so maybe 550. There we go. I don't like going too far off with each layer because I want them to kind of trail after each other. I think I'm gonna make the middle layer 450 and then make the top layer 500. Just to make them a bit closer to each other. This is what VFX is, guys, just experimentation. There we go, I like this way more. Pretty cool. And now all I need to do is I click this and I go to display stack timelines, I click on this arrow and I go back to the original timeline. And just remember the rules of how to shoot the raw files before you start the effect. And that's basically the effect. Hope you guys learned something or it helped you guys out in some way. Yeah.